Woman is the best creation of the God that he did, and there is a saying by a poet, वह मोहताज नहीं है एक गुलाब की, वह तो बागवान है इस सारे कायनात की.
We're so excited that the day is finally here. And I'll tell you on a personal note, I'm so excited to see everyone in person. The last couple of years, we've had to do this via Zoom. But in 2020, that was the last time we did it in person. It was a great event. So I can promise you, we have another fantastic event, an evening full of entertainment, engaging conversation, and women who are all inspirations in their own accord.
Welcome to our Outstanding Women's Achievement Gala 2022. We're very excited that everyone's here. My mom-in-law, who's been part of this event for a very long time and a gala chair, unfortunately is in India. Actually, not unfortunately, she's enjoying herself. So she's having a good time. But on her behalf, I'd like to welcome everyone and thank everyone for coming. I hope you guys all have a great time and enjoy our program. Thank you.
Our gala, especially Women's Achievements Gala, is geared towards nominating and selecting women who are representing in different fields of the business and the community. You will see today the different women that we have who have been nominated to be honored today. You will be really, very, very happy and to meet them.
गणनायकाय गणदेवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविशाय धीमहि.
First honoree, Nisha Kumar Behringer. Nisha, can you please walk here? She's a strategic and shareholder-focused Chief Financial Officer, Independent Director, and Mergers and Acquisition Executive with an over 2-decade track record working at and advising public and private companies globally at the C-level and board level to create and deliver shareholder return. You have worked at and headed many divisions over the years. Why do you think companies would benefit from having more women at the top?
I think there are many reasons why it's important to have women in leadership positions. The first is demographic. We are 50% of the population. We are 50% of colleges. We are 50% of law schools, medical schools, and now even business schools. And I say that importantly because when I was at Harvard Business School, we were only 30% women. Wow. And so there's just a simple demographic. We're 50% of the population. We should be 50% of the leadership. And why should...
Yep.
And it's some, in my job, I get to run companies, I get to invest, and why should the guys have all the fun? We get to do it too. So there's the fun thing. And then the other reason is actually pure shareholder return reasons. There are so many studies that show very empirically that when women are in leadership positions, the stock price does better and shareholder return is better. So there is significant economic reason for women to be there. And the third, I'd say, is women are such active consumers. The consumer economy is 2/3 of our economy. We play so many roles. We are not just executives, we are mothers, we are wives, we are the large purchasers.
Of course.
And so we understand what that audience is. And so we understand, in business, at least where I focus, there is a reason to have women running companies as well as being consumers.
Great.
So our next honoree is somebody extremely close and dear to our heart. Her name is Kalpana Bhandarkar. She started her career in healthcare in New York City, and it was dedicated to improving access to quality healthcare for people living in low-source settings. She's held leadership roles in 3 New York City hospitals and then pivoted her entire career to dedicate it towards public service. She's an inspiration for all of us, and it's a pleasure to honor Mrs. Kalpana Bhandarkar. You spent a lot of time in the private sector, as you would say. What made you change to public service?
Yes, so I spent a lot of time at New York City hospitals, really focused on improving healthcare access for people living in low-resource settings, improving access to unmet social needs. So, a lot of actually some of the service interests I've been interested in came into healthcare. But given that my career was in New York City, moving to public service on Long Island served a dual purpose. One was really focusing on kind of engaging in local communities. There's a lot of fantastic nonprofit organizations on Long Island, and the other was, being able to spend more time with my kids and engage in them. So I'm active on 2 nonprofit boards on Long Island and share my time with a lot of nonprofits here in Long Island. One initiative I wanted to highlight in Port Washington, where we live, during the pandemic, a lot of families in Port Washington unfortunately lost jobs due to the pandemic, as many people around the country did. And one thing we did is partnered with the local foundation that raised money from Port Washington residents, and we put together household supply bags that we distributed to 200 families a month to help offset the costs. Laundry detergent, toilet paper, toothpaste, things like that, they add up, right? So we started that program in June of 2020, and it's still ongoing today. We're really proud of it, and I think what's amazing about that, it highlights a community coming together.
I would like to welcome our next honoree, Neeta Bhasin. She is the president of ASB Communications, the pioneer of a multicultural marketing company that provides integrated marketing solutions to companies looking to target ethnic markets in North America. She started Event Guru Worldwide, the company that created history in the entire world in 2013 by conceptualizing and producing the 2nd biggest event after New Year's Eve ball drop in Times Square, the event known as Diwali at Times Square. So with a big round of applause, I would like to welcome Neeta ji to stage. Welcome. What motivated you to start Diwali at Times Square?
Well, thank you so much, Prachi, and thank you, Indian American Forum, Indo, Bobby, and the entire team. And I want to congratulate all the honorees. I came with my parents almost 45 years back here in America, and have seen our community growing here. And then I was working with TV, and I saw in New York our community is growing. Then through my advertising and marketing company, I traveled all over America, and I saw we have a vibrant Indian community all over America. And I want to thank all the organizations and associations who are keeping our culture and are keeping our culture alive by doing many different events. Because we were participating in these events. We have done more than 5,000 events, by the way. And I felt one day that even though we are doing all these events, Americans don't know much about us. They don't know about our culture. They don't know about our art. They don't know about our heritage. They don't know how beautiful our country is, how diversified our country is. And I thought we should do something about it. And Diwali is the national festival. And Times Square is the biggest crossroad of the world, center of the universe. And somehow I decided that we're going to do Diwali at Times Square. And I want to add here something. I want to thank God that out of 1.3 billion people, He put in my mind to do Diwali, His festival in Times Square. Thank you. Very shortly, I want to share something. In 2013, when we started Diwali at Times Square, Maharashtra Tourism was the sponsor. They came from nowhere. And I didn't even know that there's something is called Maharashtra Tourism. And they called me day before the event, and they said, it's going to rain on the day of the festival. My reaction was, no, it's not going to rain. They looked at me, they said, do you have plan B? I said, it is not going to rain. They came from India and they said, we saw on TV. I said, so did I. I said, this event doesn't belong to me. This event is God Rama's event. He decided me to do it for him. I'm doing my job, what he gave me. He's going to take care of that. Guess what? Night before, it poured like there's no tomorrow. And 6 o'clock in the morning, clear sky, close to 80-degree temperature, and sunny. So you can say it can be a coincidence. Honey, it happened again last year. It was supposed to rain in 2021. It rained night before. It stopped at 5:30. The whole day it was clear. Sun came out for a little while. 9 o'clock, program ended, then it started drizzling. So I want to thank God for that. He gave me this opportunity, and I want to thank the community and everybody who supports this festival, because I always believe it's not mine. It is for our community and our youth as well. So that was the reason.
Oh, thank you. I wanted to thank you on behalf of the entire community for doing this, because I know it takes a lot of effort. So my next question...
And money.
And money.
And money. I need that.
So...
I need that support.
So the theme of this year is breaking the bias. And what does that mean to you?
See, the theme is of International Women's Day is Break the Bias, yes. Are we really breaking the bias? Are we really free of bias and discrimination? No, we are not. Every year we celebrate International Women's Day. We all get together. This room is full of very highly educated and elite class of Long Island. We all respect each other. But this bias and discrimination, if you're saying this world can be free of that, that's a lie. It cannot be. But yes, we can be fair. That's what at least we can try. To be fair to women, to be fair to each other, to be fair to the community, to be fair to the seniors, to be fair to the children. That's what I think we should do.
Thank you.
How do you balance work and your volunteering? How does that?
I think one of the most important thing for me is 100% to give back to the community. You know, if I have everything, I think by just thinking about in terms of, we have a program called Adopt a Slum, and we actually serve over 200 kids in providing food, water, education, and you have to take out time for that. Otherwise, everything becomes just your world. You don't see outside of what's happening. You have to look through the eyes of what they're going through, what they're suffering through. And hence, if you just look at that, you want to give back, you want to do, and that's all my inspiration is, that I have everything, I got to do something. And I have to go back up above to heaven, so I want to do everything that I can possibly do so I can help people.
When I was thinking on how I should introduce our beloved Beena Kothari, I thought of researching her name, and guess what I discovered? That the name Beena was created with alphabets which represent the finest human qualities of head and heart. One person in India and one in America who has inspired you the most in your life.
I got married when I was 18. So, and I got here. little early. So person in India, I'm going to say, is sitting my mom. You know, who can be better than mom? So like Preeti just said about my mom, about her mom, and this is actually Rajasthan की मिट्टी है. ये सब राजस्थान की मिट्टी है. तो whatever you learn from mom, and that is the very admirable, and you will never forget. And certainly, mom is always mom. So that's what it is about India. Certainly, when I come here, mom was around here, but the second person is going to be my husband, who took me to the every steps, how to walk, how to talk, and how to behave.
On behalf of the Indian American Forum, we had a wonderful program honoring wonderful ladies doing a fantastic job. And I would like to congratulate Neeta Bhasin for an outstanding job. Not easy to pull up a Diwali Mela at the Times Square, and she has been doing a wonderful job for all these years. Please support her in handovers, and I'm proud that we have so many young ladies coming up in our community. It's an inspiration to all our young women and the young children. Thank you.
Woman is the best creation of the God that he did, and there is a saying by a poet, वह मोहताज नहीं है एक गुलाब की, वह तो बागवान है इस सारे कायनात की.
Today is the day of proud for all of us, especially my daughter get also recognized.
We would like to congratulate Neeta Bhasin. We are very proud of you, and God bless you and have a great, great success ahead. Thank you.
The whole family is very proud of you. You are doing a lot of community work.
If there's one word I have to say after watching all the women awarded today, I would say wow.